So these are the oil squirters for your M104. To be more precise, your piston oil squirters. So what does it do? That nozzle sprays out oil onto the piston walls and the underside of the piston so it doesn't overheat is one. There's enough lubrication too. Third, internal temperatures do not suddenly rise to a point where you think the car is having a fever. All those piston squirters have to be clear and clean all the time. To get a bit more in depth, come on closer. We have a 6-cylinder M104. We have one squirter for one piston. So if you look here, I'm putting my hand on the underneath. Can you see my finger? Can you see my hands? This is where the oil squirts out. Can you see oil there on my finger? See that shine? See that oil here? Yes. This engine, are you ready? Are you ready? This engine has completed 25 runs to the moon and back. And this is its crankshaft. Does it have scuffing, scarring, scratches? No. It is smooth. Smooth. There is no abrasion. There is no lines. There's no cuts. Nothing. See that? I'm going to bring my mic closer so you can actually hear. Nothing. Nothing. Every part of the crankshaft is perfectly aged to the car. So I'm asking you now, why do you think this crankshaft has aged almost zero in terms of mileage? Yes, it has maybe a bit of wear and tear, it's normal, on a car that has more than 500,000 kilometers, but the crankshaft is that of the factory when they just put it in. Let me show you the oil sump. Normally in cars, when you take out the oil sump, it's going to be dark brown and caked with oil and carbon. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is what I call beautiful. Yes. You want to know why? My finger. I can pick up all of these. Alright? I can pick up this, you see. All this needs is a wash, and that's it. It needs a proper chemical clean, not any blasting of any sort, just a chemical clean, and it's done. Now let's look at the cylinder head. Remember, 500,000 kilometers. Is there any shaving on the cams? Let's see. First, whenever you touch this part of the engine, make sure your hands are clean. So let me find a towel. So here we are in the upper valve train of the engine, which is dismantled from the block. These are the camshafts. And let's see how's the wear and tear. Yes, there are lines on the camshaft, on the lobes, but it's important that when you feel each lobe, you don't feel a ridge. You don't feel a point where your fingernail can stop. If your fingernail stops, stop. Send that affected cam for regrinding, for repolishing, so they will make it look brand new again. Yes, it's pricey, but I doubt you could find an M104 cam that actually has zero wear on it. This cam, do we need regrinding and polishing? We don't. On the intake and exhaust, I felt all of them are perfect. Now you might be thinking, how is that possible? 500,000 km. Is the M104 the most reliable Mercedes on planet Earth? The answer is 9. The owner is the most reliable and the most responsible for the M104. There's nothing that would tell me, oh my god, this engine is on its last legs. Nothing. How is this possible? I cannot believe. But when I asked the owner, what did you use for the engine for it to age this way? And he said, simple bro, I use Castrol. I shit you not. He actually said Castrol. And I asked him, which grade? Oh, he said, long ago, Castrol, I can't remember, but 10W40. And then he used 2050. He came back to 10W40. And the main thing is, he stuck to Castrol. The last brand I know of that did something like this is Mobile One. This Mercedes has been driven like a BMW. Why? Because I saw the owner driving it. I saw the owner driving it when I was a passenger. And I was like, wow, bro, you really drive it like you stole it. He was like, yep, I do. It's a Mercedes. It's meant to be driven like that. So when I showed him this bottle, he was like, yep, I have many of them at home. I keep them as memorabilia. And for me to keep track on how many times I've serviced my Mercedes, I was like, wow, you actually swear by this? He was like, yep, I do swear by it. I've tried everything. For the price range and for the budget, this fit the bill. I'm not going to say any more. You have a look. So, if I were you, buy Castrol and probably stick with it for the next 300,000 miles or so, isn't it? What have you got to lose?